Hello everybody, how is it going? Ever since we had the campaign reveal, the campaign evolved remake reveal, it has started this whole avalanche of brand new information coming out. From ex-Bungie developers weighing in, to the actual opinions of the game itself. You can probably tell by the title of this video, yes, people have been talking about that a Halo 2 and a Halo 3 remake are on the way too. I don't know why all of this information has all started to come out now, but nevertheless we're going to talk about it. There's also been extra comparisons between the Unreal Halo and the classic Halo versions of the game. In terms of the community this week, InfiniteForges is creating the first level of Halo 3 in Unreal Engine 5, but more on that in a little bit. Needless to say, there is a lot to talk about today, guys, so let's get into the video. So, first and foremost, from the Twitter account Halo Leaks, and this post got 1.6 million views, people took it as 100% truthful, and I really need to talk about it and talk about its validity. So, Halo Leaks said on Twitter, Halo 2 and Halo 3 are being remade. Yes, they will have sprint, no multiplayer, only campaign, full remakes. Multiplayer is going to be Halo 7. No ETA on when these could be announced. Same source that told me about the remake and its mechanics also told me Halo 2 and Halo 3 were being remade as well. It is possible they're using Halo Campaign Evolved to judge whether a Halo 2 and 3 remake would be viable, but this is just guessing. Now, a lot of news outlets took this and ran with it. People within the Halo community, however, and this is very important, a lot of them were quick to say this is bullshit. The man has no idea what he's talking about and he has absolutely no sources. My opinion on it is it's a pretty safe prediction to make. If they are starting the whole franchise all over again at Combat Evolved, and I've spoken about this in the past, there is a damn good chance they're going to do Halo 2, Halo 3, and do the whole trilogy. The upside to getting a Halo 2, Halo 3 remake is, for the first time, we will be getting a Halo 3 anniversary. Not a one-to-one remaster, but a remake, and maybe it's going to include 1, Guardian Forest, which was cut out of the original game, and 2, Forerunner City. I'm going to have a video out in probably a week's time that goes through Halo 3 cut content, Halo 3 ODST cut content, but I think the best way to look at all of these remakes, and I hope Halo Studios and Microsoft does this too, if they make these remakes additive, they add to it all of the cut content, even from Halo 2, people will be very happy. There would definitely be discussions at the studio already talking about, okay, we're doing the first game, we are doing this extra content with the Sergeant Johnson missions. Are we going to continue on and do Halo 2? Are we going to showcase Sergeant Johnson and the Master Chief and how they got back to Earth? Are we going to do Halo 3? Is it going to be exactly the same as Halo 3? I always felt like Halo 3's story was weaker than Halo 2's, so this would be an opportunity to go back and fix that. In terms of cut content across the board, Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3, there is so much extra stuff they could jam pack into these remakes, and that is what I'm personally excited for. As for the validity of whether we're getting a Halo 2 and Halo 3 remake, I would say regardless of how Combat Evolved performs, as long as it's not catastrophic, we will most likely get Halo 2 and then Halo 3. The initial leaks from over a year ago actually said the games will have a different start and finish point, but the general story throughout the whole trilogy will remain the same. What I really want to touch on with this is the multiplayer, and this has been going through the community like wildfire lately, but I think I need to say this too. The rumor is that there's going to be no Halo multiplayer until at least 2027. This leak, regardless of its validity, says multiplayer is going to be Halo 7. Halo 7 is quite a ways away, I'm just going to say that right now. It is 2 to 3 years minimum. I was very surprised that at an esports event, Halo Studios had nothing multiplayer to show. Yes, a campaign's fine, and yes, I'm personally very excited for it as a campaign fan. I also love multiplayer, but a lot of those fans at the tournament are huge esports multiplayer players. To not have anything for them, a lot of people were scratching their heads, and rightfully so. All I'm going to say is that it would make sense if they have nothing to show if it's not coming out until 2027. But on the flip side of that, 2027 is far too long in between multiplayer iterations. That would be almost 6 to 7 years in between Halo multiplayers, and that is just far too long. Halo's 25th anniversary is next year, and I've always been under the impression, yes, they're going to drop the campaign remake for that anniversary, but they got to do more than that. They themselves said they're going to celebrate Halo's 25th anniversary in style. In style does not just mean a standalone campaign, because then 50% of the population isn't going to be happy. You guys see where I'm going with this? The general rule here of what I'm trying to say is please don't believe these leaks as 100% truthful. Game development changes all of the time. It also means that don't get your hopes up when you read these things. it also means that many things we hear are subject to change. The only factual things that I would put in stone at this very point in time, and this is so important, is one, the Halo Combat Evolved remake will most likely launch November 2026. If Certain Affinity's multiplayer project is ready by that point, it will probably launch alongside it. There's been conflicting information from Mr. Rebs. He said that the campaign and a standalone multiplayer will launch very close together. Then you have Halo leaks saying multiplayer is going to be Halo 7, but Halo 7 is a long way away. It's very confusing, it's very convoluted, and it confuses people. I don't think it helps when all these big gaming sites take it as matter of fact. They put it in the headline, and then at the very bottom, they say rumor. It sets unrealistic expectations, and then people are disappointed when it doesn't happen. I'm so glad that I'm doing these commentary style videos now because I can really talk to you guys one-to-one as to how I really feel about it. Mr. Rebs generally does a really good job. All of his information, I would say 95% of the time, has turned out to be accurate. So that's really good. All I'm going to say is please take everything you read with a grain of salt. Do your due diligence, read about it, see if you can find extra information. From what I asked from my own personal sources, again, I heard Combat Evolved Remake 2026 end of the year for the anniversary, a multiplayer potentially if it is ready. But that has a huge asterisk. It may not happen, so I mean take that with a grain of salt. Now while we are discussing the possibility of a Halo 2 and Halo 3 remake on the Unreal Engine, the Halo community is already getting started. InfiniteForges, who has made so many beautiful Halo Infinite maps, he did Refuge, this beautiful headlong remake. He made Salvation, the Damnation remake, which looks just 10 out of 10. Well, he worked on Borderlands 4. And, as a little passion project, he's making Sierra 117, the first mission from Halo 3. Well, he's making it in Unreal 5. He's done some early preview pictures, I'll throw them up on screen, but this is going to look beautiful. The man is so talented, I'm super excited to see how it turns out. The last thing we need to talk about today is comparisons made between the original Combat Evolved and the new Campaign Evolved version. People who got access are making comparisons left and right. There's been a lot of criticisms, but something I noticed I really wanted to touch on. I'll put up some comparison images up on screen now so you get a general idea of what they're talking about, but one of them got my eye. Something that I haven't seen many people talk about, and it's such a big improvement from the anniversary version, is the dark areas that are actually supposed to be dark. The atmosphere is actually the same as the original game now. My biggest gripe about Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary is everything is bright. 343 Guilty Spark, bright. Anywhere underground, bright. Halo Combat Evolved had so many horror elements. So when Combat Evolved Anniversary came along, and one, it was just the Reach art style, but two, it was bright everywhere and completely removed the tension from the original game. When I played Combat Evolved when I was say 7 or 8 years old, I was terrified of going past the assault on the control room mission. Like, I was genuinely afraid of the flood when I was a young kid. I would play the first 5 or so missions and then I wouldn't go past it. Eventually I played through it with my dad and we got through to the end of the game and that was fantastic. But the flood should be scary. It's almost like a massive horror turn. And with this comparison, what we saw, the silent cartographer inside sections actually look dark. If there is one big piece of feedback I can give to the developers right now, it's please keep the atmosphere the same as the original game. From what we've seen on the store, and you can wishlist the game now on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, it looks like it's going to get a mature rating. That means the flood might finally be back in all of their grotesque glory. But it also means all of those horror elements are all on the table. If you're scaring the hell out of kids, it can't be T for teen, it's going to be mature. The first game in Australia was MA 15+. You had to be over 15 years old to play it. And then you have 8-year-old Remy trying to get through the flood missions absolutely shitting himself. But I'm so glad that Bungie took that route with the horror side of the game. The too long didn't read of that is I'm happy that the indoor sections are actually dark. They are so much better than the anniversary version of the game, and I hope that continues. And with that, that is this week in Halo. Some big debates, some new information. For leaked information specifically, take it with a grain of salt. Please don't take everything 100% seriously until we get official confirmation. Yes, we can talk about it. Yes, we can discuss the possibility of these things happening, but I think it would be very foolish to take it as matter of fact and then be extremely disappointed if it doesn't happen. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.